and welcome to your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. I hope all is genuinely well. This will be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Scorpio in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for Scorpio. You might find some messages in this reading that may resonate. Please avoid making any rash decisions based on a general reading. Would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can of course book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelic.ascensionstarot.com. We're always going to go over delicate topics. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for the Scorpio nation for the next 7 days. Some of you are dealing with a Piscean. Some of you are dealing with a child that you feel does not listen. But there might be more going on beneath the surface besides they don't want to just listen, or they're just being difficult. On that note, that's what this looks like. It's like somebody in your situation has the need to be in control. This could be you. It doesn't have to be over another person that you want control, Scorpio or cross-watcher. It could just be over your circumstances. Maybe there's a situation where you feel like you wish that you could just control and, kind of anticipate and plan ahead with some things that are happening. This is, for some of you, it's a person that we're talking about. There's somebody that insists, Scorpio, on having their way. It seems like somebody is very assertive. No, somebody wants to be in charge, Scorpio. Somebody could be overreacting in your situation, because it looks like somebody is like eager to share their thoughts. And this could be done on social media, Scorpio. Perhaps you're on social media. It looks like information is circulating. I don't know what this is about, if it's about something that you do. Yeah, I see. Somebody doesn't want to change. So there's somebody that doesn't see an issue with what they're doing. They're going to keep doing what they want to do. Scorpio cross-watcher, somebody loves attention. Someone could possibly be a performer, be in the media or social media, possibly. Whatever this is, it seems like you're picking up traction. So if you are posting something online, Aquarius shows up. If you are posting something online, it seems like there's things begin to, like I said, pick up traction. But in the meantime, it seems like there's somebody that you're not talking to. Perhaps you might be giving somebody the silent treatment. It seems like you're discouraged about a relationship. Somebody repetitively breaks your heart. And maybe you're starting to look at somebody who's just insensitive. Scorpio. Someone in your situation has a lot of sadness and anger. There is something going on socials for some of you. If it's not, disregard. But I definitely see socials as playing something that plays a role in your situation. Maybe somebody wants to be an influencer, or someone just is. Whomever this is that's on your social media, Scorpio, somebody is just watching, and I want to see who the heck this is. Very similar to Pisces, and I did mention that there's a Pisces in your reading. If there's somebody, if you do happen to be somebody that posts something online, somebody is watching something, like on like every time you post, they're watching. Okay, something is happening. Something is happening, did happen. You're blindsided by something that you see, possibly something that you do see posted. Something has you angry. Okay. It's gossip. They say information is circulating. So if it's not social media and this type of thing, because that is circulating, it is picking up momentum, but so is the gossip. So is someone in particular that's running their mouth. So whatever it is that you hear about, Scorpio or cross-watcher, this might be something that upsets you. And maybe it's not upsetting you. Maybe the gossip isn't about you. Maybe it's about somebody that you care about. Some of you have a legal situation. Yeah. Is somebody's running their mouth. Okay. So I mentioned to you there's a child in this situation. If it's not that there's a child, then this is an adult acting like a child. Maybe you feel like your work environment is a three-ring circus. Blindsided by I'm asking spirit, and they're saying maybe somebody moved on, they got married to somebody else, or they got engaged to someone else. Maybe it's posted online. You're hearing something through someone else's mouth, or information ends up getting back to you. For some of you, this is a sibling. There's a sibling involved in your situation. Okay, so I see some discussions about you, maybe about your relationship. People care so much about your relationship. Executive producer, you gotta do something in the media, on social media, that sort of thing. That's why somebody is watching something that you're doing. The producer, that's what I mean. You got the executive producer, the producer, and then the camera guy. Something is going on. This could be something that you're witnessing on socials. If you are not the one, this could be a celebrity possibly that sits in the tabloids, where some information gets back to them about some stuff that was maybe private. And now that the information is out, it seems like it exposes someone and it causes them to feel insecure. The spirit guys say there's a red flag in your situation. We're going to see what this is about. We're going to see where the red flag is. Let's go ahead and let the reading unfold. Spirit guides, show me what's relevant for the zodiac sign of Scorpio for the next 7 days. Scorpio, you got communication coming through. Like somebody has physical pain as well. Okay, so that's the thing that's going on. So what was I talking about? Somebody suspects. Oh, I was saying somebody is you are watchful of someone. And I'm trying to figure out why. Why are you watchful? Well, I already mentioned that there's somebody that you don't trust, and maybe you feel like somebody's running their mouth about you. And it's not just a feeling at this point, it's the truth. Somebody has a lot to say about you. But keeping in mind that some of this could be online, where somebody's running their mouth about you, right? The gossip could be trolling. Okay, because it looks like somebody is trying to get a reaction out of you, Scorpio or Crosswatcher, right? Somebody wants a reaction out of you, and this is possibly due to the fact that you're online. And then somebody is just very fixated on what it is that you're doing. I don't think that all of this is bad, Scorpio. But I think that whoever this is that is watching you. Let's see what this is about. Spirit guys, what is it with the person that's watching? Yes, let's talk about it. Somebody is watching you. It's the feds. Who's watching Scorpio like that, spirit guys? The thing is, you're not sure if this is your imagination or not. Like, am I imagining things? Spirit says no. Your instinct is telling you that something weird is going on in the background. This reading is this. Oh my God, Scorpio. Spirit guide, show me what's going on with Scorpio. What's the deal with this person who's watching you like this? What do they want? Spirit says envy. Somebody's watching you out of envy. Gossiping about you out of envy. If we're talking about an ex of yours, they're watching you, not saying anything, but not saying anything due to pride. Like I said, maybe you left off on a bad note with them. Maybe there's something that you did. Obviously, there's something that you did discover. And like I said, information is circulating. You heard something through somebody else. You heard somebody's mouth was running. Either somebody told you something or you heard through gossip this something was a certain way. And now you're seeing the truth of it. Now, something is causing someone to feel insecure about their relationship. You're noticing some red flags about something. Is this why you're watching somebody? Very likely. Spirit guys, show me more. What's going on with Scorpio? So somebody is envious of you, Scorpio. Definitely see something going on with your money. Some of the things that people are saying are deceptive. Not everything. So if we're talking about an ex, let's talk about that. Because I think that that's who's watching you. And that could actually even still be the person that's envious of you, is your ex. I wouldn't be surprised. But I think I also see something else. Let's see, let's stick to one thing at a time. So if we're talking about an ex, there could be an ex that's talking about you like a dog. Is this your current person? I think maybe it could be. This could be any situation. It could be any scenario. I named off family. Family could be the culprit in this situation, running their mouth. Because it looks like this wouldn't just be some random person. Because I'm like, if you're this affected by it, I get it. Words hurt. And yeah, if somebody is trolling you in the comments and maybe trying to stab at your insecurities, jab at you and such, yeah, words hurt. But this feels like there's something more to this. Like if you're this affected. I feel like you're having a hard time staying calm these days. You're having a hard time letting things go. You're rethinking things. Things in your head, your mind are just constantly circulating. You're ruminating about certain things. And I'm like, well, what's on your mind? What has you ruminating? You really care about the haters like that? The reason for this envy, Scorpio or cross watcher, is because you stand out. There's something about you that is unique, Scorpio or cross watcher. And the insecurity may not be yours. The insecurity may be theirs. There might be just something about you that makes other people feel mediocre. Because whatever you're doing, whatever you're saying, whatever you're posting, or just your presence, it seems like it catches people off guard. Like, the people are intrigued by you. What is it that you're saying? Okay, yep. Confirmation. I said things are about to pick up for you. Whatever it is that you're posting, or like I said, this is a celebrity, somebody that has fame. So with the fact that there's just an increasing amount of people that are watching you, you got a few people that are watching you to cause problems. It seems like, yes, finally, Scorpio, now you're starting to see the results of your efforts. There's something that you've been working very hard to accomplish. It seems like the issue in your life or the people around you is a respect factor. People don't respect what it is that you do. Obviously, people don't respect you. If this is your partner, then this is somebody that's constantly probing or trying to provoke you to tears, maybe about a perceived insecurity. And in some situations, it's not that somebody is in, that might be how somebody's trauma trigger is causing them to perceive a situation. It might not even be that somebody is trying to jab at you like that, but you might hear someone say something, and because of your own insecurities, what you hear is that you hear a put down. You feel like somebody's trying to come down on you, and that might not even be the way that it is. So I think Spirit is talking to you about your trauma triggers. But since respect is on the board, in some instances, I think someone is intentionally trying to disrespect you, trying to make you feel bad, run their mouth about you, and this is somebody that is close to you. And this is something that I feel is that you're kind of taken aback by, you're blindsided, because maybe you didn't expect this type of situation to come from somebody that you trusted so much. Maybe you're looking for advice, Scorpio or cross watcher. Some of you, this is an Aries. I mentioned a Pisces, this is the cusp. So it's the Pisces Aries cusp. You could possibly be dealing with a Pisces Aries. So somebody's trying to come put you down today. Today, that's interesting. This week, we're talking about the next 7 days. Maybe that's something that you're thinking about. Maybe this is where you're kind of getting stuck in your head about something. This mental loop seems like it's hard for you to break out of something. Because it seems like you're really hurt by something that may have happened. If we're talking about a relationship, especially a romantic one, something about this is very unstable. Somebody's really trying to pick at your flaws, perceived flaws anyway. Especially if this is you're someone that spreads inspiration. Somebody doesn't like the fact that you are gaining so much attention, and somebody wants to put a stop to it. For some of you Scorpios, I guess we're gonna go there. You know it's Mercury retrograde, right? So it looks like somebody's trying to take advantage of that. Spirit guides, fill me in. Let's put in some more details to the situation. Because I mentioned to you, obviously, there are some people that are watching you because they are admirers of what you do, Scorpio. And then you got some people that are watching you to F up what you have going on. Because they don't like I said, the attention that you bring. Did I say Aquarius? I did. You got a hater. Somebody is sending you the evil eye, Scorpio. So right around this time, seems like someone is trying to send you delays, interruptions with what you're doing, and problems with communication. Somebody's either going to like a spiritualist for some type of work. Maybe you're noticing birds around you. Perhaps somebody smokes. Is this weirdness taking place around your house? So it looks like somebody could be watching you around your house too. Maybe this is a neighbor. We're going to see what this is. Like there's somebody that's watching you. Maybe when you're just out and about, just randomly doing stuff, somebody's watching. I don't know. Your instinct is picking up on something that's just kind of strange. So spirit guides, what's going on with somebody's intention here? Somebody's trying to mess up something that you're doing. So right about now, this is your spirit guide saying cleanse your energy. You could possibly be taking a spiritual bath to clear off this negativity. Somebody's also trying to affect your money. Somebody's doing like some conjure work, root work, it looks like, Scorpio or cross watcher to cause problems in your situation, to throw off the equilibrium of things, especially if we're talking about money and especially if we're talking about your relationships and there being conflict. In some situations, this doesn't have anything to do with spell work. It's just, quite frankly, you and somebody else are oil and water. You just don't get along. You and your sibling, you and a particular family member. It's just like that. It has been that way for the longest time. But in some situations, for some of you, this is energy that is being sent to you. And it seems like it seems like you feel like you have no way out. Like you feel trapped in some sort of way. So the gossip and such could be due to tarot. This could be somebody doing readings on you, or this is somebody maybe watching tarot and assuming that, oh yeah, I heard this reading or I watched this reading from so-and-so and it said this. Oh, I bet that is this person, it's happening to that person. That must be their story. It seems like it's that type of situation. Like somebody is just obsessed with what it is that you do, especially if you yourself are a reader. I mentioned you might do something online. Maybe you've worked in the tarot community. Didn't I say your job is like a 3-ring circus? If you work in social media and that sort of thing, yeah, that's something that you're experiencing, very likely. Somebody's trying to F up what you have going on. Like I said, because it looks like the momentum is building and somebody can't stand it. Spirit guys, show me what's going on with Scorpios. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Because while you do feel affected by the toxicity of this stuff, obviously, because I'm like, this is really, it's a lot of emotion just for somebody behind a keyboard. The reason I'm saying don't worry about it, because it looks like your angels, your ancestors, they've got your back when it comes to this situation. You could possibly be just very fixated on what's going on, and you might start to feel defeated. It seems like you feel like you can't catch a break. If it's not one thing, it's another. It's your money, it's your finances. Spirit guys, show me what's going on with Scorpio. Cures mental deliverance from persecution. There are people trying to persecute you. Obviously, there's gossip. Why are people trying to persecute you? Well, we already talked about that. In some instances, is due to success. Gives success in all ventures. Would be this angel here. So it seems like this is what your angels are doing. They're promoting you. Fortune and fame fulfills any request. So this is something that's happening for you. Protection from weapons, safety, and travel. Oh, it does look like you're traveling. You could possibly be taking a flight somewhere. You or somebody around you. Maybe this is your spirit guides protecting your loved ones while they're traveling. But with this situation, yeah, it seems like if anything kind of starts to pick up or you're experiencing some sort of success, this is due to the fact that it's divinely guided. Your angels have your back and they're working something out for you behind the scenes. And I think that there's somebody that recognizes that and they're trying to shut that down. Your angels, your ancestors, they're not having it. Scorpio, something's going on in your dreams. You might want to take note of what's going on in your dreams. Some of you might not be having clear dreams. Some of these dreams could possibly be maybe you don't remember your dreams. Seems like your dream world could possibly be kind of blocked. So I talked to you about who is watching you, right? Who is amongst the watchers. This is an ex of yours. It could be a friend that you dropped. But this would have been a situation if you dropped a friend on bad terms. Of course, if you drop a friend, yeah, it may not be under the best terms, especially if you found that your friend or somebody that you trusted was talking badly about you. I think this is an ex. I think somebody feels very rejected by you, Scorpio. A cross-watcher, an ex-partner. Especially if you went on to get in a relationship with someone else and you're posting that. There's somebody that's jealous of your relationship. Thank you, Sinclair, for letting me know. So this whole thing, okay, got it. I see what's going on. So the whole thing about this trolling, Scorpio or cross-watcher, somebody is saying something about you on socials, especially. I think it might be in a public platform where everybody can see it. Somebody's saying stuff about you with the intention of you coming across it. They want you to see it. And they want you to react to it. And they want a negative reaction from you. And so they might be saying this possibly, while you're online. I don't know. This is so upsetting. It looks like somebody is just like lives for drama. We did talk about respect. And if you don't work online, disregard the online part. This feels like this has something to do with where you work. There's just no respect. There's a lot of gossip. Maybe that you might be overhearing. You don't have to be the topic of the gossip. But let's talk about it. Some of the things that are being told are deceptive. It seems like somebody is trying to air somebody out at work, right? Trying to go run and tell something, trying to expose something about someone. This is a work situation. Your spirit guides will say, hey, red flag, red flag. Scorpio, what is your instinct telling you about somebody that's in your social circle? Is it time to maybe scale things back and really take a look at who you are associating with? I will tell you that in some situations there's somebody that's really missing you, Scorpio, a cross watcher. Maybe you'll never know that. This person may have way too much pride to ever tell you that that's the case. Especially if they see you doing well without them. Or you've gone on to a new relationship with somebody else. It's like somebody is just, like I said, kind of scorned over the situation. So this is not you. It possibly is. I think this is you. I'm picking up your energy. So I think things have been hard for you financially. Maybe to the point that you had to move back in somewhere. Maybe you had to move back in with family or siblings. Oh, this is spirit guide saying, Scorpio, before you move back in, or before you do something as far as moving is concerned, maybe check that out a bit. If your instinct says, wait a minute, it's for a reason. Something about a move has a red flag to it, Scorpio. Let me talk to the single nation real quick, because I think this online thing for some of you might be an online dating thing. Well, I know you actually want to limit it to the single, because it might not be just the singles that are online dating. Some of you are in a full-fledged relationship with somebody, and they're all over. They're online talking to a whole bunch of people, flirting with a whole bunch of people, as if they're not in a relationship, as if you're not going to find out, as if your instincts are not going to kick in and tell you that something is not right. You're watching somebody. You might even have somebody else watching them too. Because I did say somebody is watching somebody and reporting back. Like you're watching, somebody is watching them. It's like you have a lookout in the situation. But like I said, somebody could possibly be watching you. Oh, maybe somebody has you on like a Ring camera or something like that. Is this your landlord? This is weird. Let's talk about your money for a second. I definitely see that you're tired. You're emotionally exhausted, but you're also physically exhausted. You might even be in some physical pain. Scorpio Nation, let's see what's going on for you over the next 7 days. You're going shoe shopping, Scorpio. Going back and forth with someone, it looks like. If you are arguing with someone and it happens to be loud, this seems like it's your neighbor that overhear something. Spirit guide, show me what's going on with Scorpio. Somebody's calling you. You're getting a call. I did mention to you, you had some communication. You got a call that's coming in this week. I think somebody feels trapped. Yep. It has something to do with your weird neighbors. So let's talk about it. I think that's what this is. Okay, well, no, I was talking about you're arguing loud. That's your neighbor gossiping about what they think is going on. Or somebody wants to see who's moving in. You got some nosy neighbors, Scorpio. Your neighbors are watching you. But all the time, like weird energy. So I mean, you got a lot of eyeballs on you, Scorpio. Maybe you're working out. Is somebody incarcerated? Somebody is in jail, was in jail, possibly worried about a jail situation. If somebody is in jail, does have a legal situation, or is incarcerated, it looks like that something is pending. So the court situation is surrounding a child. It might have something to do with the child custody. Someone is concerned about the happiness and well-being of a child. There's a Virgo that just came into your reading. There's somebody that's constantly interfering in your relationship, whatever this is, romantic or platonic. Somebody is running their mouth. Yes. Okay. So somebody could possibly be venting to somebody else about your relationship. I think the information gets back to you. Maybe some of you work for someone's a public service worker, like maybe you're a nurse, you're a doctor, firefighter, policeman. Yeah, you definitely have a police officer in your situation. Just my feel. Well, yeah, of course, if you've got a jail situation, somebody's worried about a jail sentence, maybe somebody is on parole or probation. Mercury retrograde really is affecting my speech here. Let's see what's going on with jail. Are you going to jail? What happened? Somebody getting arrested when their neighbors are watching? Maybe somebody works in construction. Here we go. Yep. Somebody's saying something behind a keyboard that they wouldn't say in your face. Yes, somebody is a fireman. Somebody's a firefighter, possibly. Maybe it's not a bad idea to get a fire extinguisher. Scorpio. Maybe there's just a lot of fire activities. I see the initials FD. Maybe this could be somebody's initials. Maybe you're not feeling well. You or somebody around you needs to get their labs drawn. Somebody's watching you possibly when you're walking your dog. That's a neighbor. That's what I mean. This is weird. You're just out doing normal people stuff, and people are breaking their neck to come and see what you're doing. Somebody wants to see what car you drive or what car you're leaving in. This feels like for some of you, this is somebody that's weird, like watching you. They want to know what time you come in, what time you leave. Like they're trying to anticipate your movements. And I'm trying to figure out why. Spirit is basically saying it's because they're nosy. They don't have anything better to do. But like I said, it could be because of arguments getting kind of loud, getting kind of intense. Arguments breaking out into physical altercations. Like I said, if you're fighting kind of loud with somebody, it's grabbing attention, Scorpio. And somebody's kind of trying to find out what's going on. I mentioned to you a police officer, and somebody's concerned about the health and well-being of a child. This could be a cop kind of cruising by to check out what's going on. Once again, not even a part of this deck. Gossip. I'm like, do you really care like that? You don't care what people have to say. People's lives are not perfect. So people that are gossiping, right? It's not as if their life is perfect and they have everything all together. If somebody took a magnifying glass and looked into somebody else's life, you'd see errors, you see problems, you see embarrassing moments. So this is what I mean. Do you really care about what somebody else thinks that much? Maybe that's just me, the air sign. They say Aquariuses are detached. Maybe that's just me being a detached Aquarius. I don't know. People have a mouth, they're going to run it. Oh, I had some channeled messages for you. Yep, this has something to do with kids. Let's talk about it. You got a court situation. Ooh, yeah, betrayal. You do feel attacked. Obviously, this has something to do with somebody is saying, some sort of verbal attack. Especially on a mom. I sense social worker. I don't know why. Oh, because I did say somebody's doing like a health and well-being type of check on a kid. Maybe it's a social worker. Somebody might want to see, like maybe you have multiple kids, so the loudness might be your kids. Maybe you just really have your hands full. You got young kids, stair steppers. You got one that was born right after the other. And so it seems like your hands are full. You got a lot going on. So if we're talking about court, okay, this seems like somebody is trying to sabotage the reputation of their baby's mom, or a mother in particular. Somebody could be saying something in court about someone that would make a lot of sense. Somebody is saying something damaging about you and it affects your loved ones, and yeah, I would think you would be emotional about it. That's why I was thinking, is this somebody maybe hurting somebody that you love? Maybe this is a mother figure that could be concerned about her child's relationship, her adult child's relationship, her teenage child's relationship. And maybe it's about the people that your child is around, right? Your parental instinct might kick in and you're like, no, I don't really like the people that you're around. So it seems like somebody is stepping in to give somebody advice. It seems like somebody is not listening and they may learn the hard way. It might take for somebody to experience this betrayal in order for them to really see that you were coming from a good place. Because in some instances, it feels like someone is looking at the other one like, why are you always interfering in my life? Why are you always in my business? But it's like, is also because somebody that you're confiding in might be going to tell somebody else. Maybe they're going to tell another family member because they're concerned. There's definitely something going on with the mom. Seems like you're overwhelmed. You got a lot going on. You got the weight of the world on your shoulders. It seems like you're really trying to handle it. It seems like you're barely getting enough sleep, Scorpio, or cross scratcher. Maybe you're waking up late to things. Definitely feels like you're chasing paper. You're chasing money. For some of you, as I mentioned to you, you're going to a job. You keep showing up for this job, but it's not a job that you really prefer. It's a dead-end job for some of you, and maybe you just want out. Maybe you want to be an at-home parent. You want to be a more hands-on parental figure, but it's the fact that maybe you don't have that support system, and maybe it has something to do with your child's other parent, because it's clear that somebody is absent. Somebody's not around, and maybe that has you feeling frustrated and overburdened just with everyday life. Somebody deserted you, you might feel, or deserted a family. It seems like you're feeling affected by it. I will say that if something did happen, there has been a betrayal. You have a different version of the story, and so do they. You see things differently than they do. We're talking about distorted perceptions. Your perception is different. And trust and believe, if somebody is running their mouth and gossiping and you did have an issue, you and this person have beef, you had a past negative interaction, they're going to paint the picture to make it seem like they are the perfect angel. They've done absolutely nothing wrong and it was just completely one-sided. It was all Scorpio's fault, or it was all whomever's fault. Somebody is spreading confusion. And this is what I mean. There could be some people that hear about a story, kind of take in the story and run with it. There's confusion about some information that's out there. There's also confusion about whether or not you really care about someone. Somebody wants clarity. And that could be what this whole thing is, where somebody is going to somebody else to talk about things because you're not on speaking terms. Maybe you might be going to talk to your family about something, Scorpio. I don't know what I'm looking at here. I'm still on this whole thing about somebody watching you. I feel like there's more to it. Yeah, somebody is watching you, especially the envy situation is somebody doesn't like the influence you have. Or as I mentioned to you, there's somebody that your kids are around or somebody that you care about is around and you don't like this person. You don't see them as a good influence. And it could be their own parent. It could be somebody you co-parent children with. So if you do have a co-parenting situation right about now, it does not seem like it's cool. It doesn't seem like things are copacetic. It seems like you're going back and forth with someone. You're having a power struggle. I mentioned to you, you've got a call that's coming in. This is either you contacting someone. Maybe you need to follow up with someone, Scorpio. Maybe it's a creditor. You're calling somebody. You're calling into work. Maybe you might. Sounds like you're experiencing some physical pain. Maybe you're calling your mom, your baby's mom. If somebody is calling their baby's mom, somebody is like saying, truce. I don't want to fight anymore. I want to see my kids. There's a father figure that may not, father figure, family member, okay, that hasn't seen a child in a while. Whether it's your child, your niece, your nephew, your grandchild, foster child, somebody hasn't seen their kid in a minute, and somebody is coming through. That could be what the communication is about. Somebody is on trial. Either literally there is somebody that is in court on trial, possibly awaiting a court date or some sort of arraignment, and they're stressed out about it. Or somebody's getting sentenced. You're waiting for a call from your lawyer. Bully. Nobody's being bullied. Could be a kid. I think somebody's being bullied at work. And bully a Scorpio conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. I did mention to you some of you are being physically abused, or this is someone accusing a parental figure. It could even be a babysitter of, what am I trying to say? Physical abuse, verbal abuse to a child. There's some sort of accusation that's hurled. The accusation may not be correct. If somebody is suspicious of something, because I definitely see a red flag, there's definitely a father figure that may be involved. You're taking your child's father to court is what this looks like, or a family member. This could also be a legal situation, could possibly have something to do with a business. Like if someone is misusing a business, or there's criminal activity going on within a business, because it looks like you're concerned about like a corporation, maybe a large corporation. That's what that looks like to me. Like there's just something that you're having to deal with, like a situation that you're having to fight, and you feel like you're fighting a losing battle. Like you're feeling defeated, discouraged about something, you're starting to give up. Some of you may not know how deep somebody's depression is, Scorpio or cross watcher. Somebody's really going through it, and I promise you, somebody is really thinking about you this week, especially a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius is really fixated on you this morning. I'm like, where is this coming from? This morning. Maybe somebody was fixated on you this morning. Some of you, this whole situation where somebody is on trial or facing incarceration, I think this is something, since we're talking about things that can happen this week, this seems avoidable. This whole domestic abuse situation, cops getting called and such, social workers getting involved. So that might be happening, and somebody gets stabbed. I will say that there could be a fight, an argument that could possibly go overboard. And there could be some information that might get back to somebody this week about something that they were suspecting. Somebody's been watching someone. This week, it seems like somebody finds proof of what they thought was going on. They see it. They're blindsided by it. They react to the situation. One thing leads to another. And it seems like violence could potentially go down in a situation. Now, if this is something that's happening, I think this has been something that's been ongoing. Because I think that somebody just won't change. And you've been enduring this for a while. Maybe you're afraid to leave. Maybe it's your circumstances. Maybe this is why I see you in physical pain. It's because somebody's putting their hands on you, Scorpio, or somebody that you love. That's what I mean about something being avoidable. I think somebody drinks a lot, Scorpio. I think finances are maybe a part of the reason why you're going through it with somebody. Somebody is repetitively like in and out of jail. Somebody won't change. So somebody's going to court. Seems like this is a repeat offense. I got the same thing for, is that Virgo? I didn't post Virgo yet, but I did do Virgo live. Somebody is moving back in. Are you letting somebody back? You letting somebody come back? Scorpio, that's where your spirit cards are saying red flag, Scorpio. It's not saying hold grudges, but it's also saying, do you remember what happened? Did you forget? If they did it before, they're definitely capable of doing it again. Didn't I say somebody's lighting candles on you? Who's lighting candles on you is that person behind the keyboard. Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about somebody trying to block something that you're doing. Some of you, you got a financial situation. And you are waiting for some money to come in, Scorpio. Maybe you're waiting to travel. Maybe there's somebody that you're going to come and see, somebody that could possibly be coming to see you. You got tattoos. Maybe someone is a tattoo artist. You did have some money put away. It seems like you're getting that money out. You're going to have to spend it on something. I think some of you, the court situation is you're going through some sort of eviction, or you're worried about an eviction. You're worried about getting put out of your place. You're worried that you're going to have to pack and move. I think some of you are going through an eviction because you feel like you cannot seem to keep up with the payments of something. I think somebody comes to your rescue this week, Scorpio, a cross watcher. Either somebody is lending you money or you are lending someone money. Or there is a financial need that you're concerned about. And now it seems like some money definitely comes through for you to help you get through a situation where finances just seem really tight. But you're going to go to the doctor, Scorpio, because it looks like something is going on with your health. And some of you, it's your mental health. I can't help but to notice that somebody's mental health is just plummeting this week. I think for some of you, it could be a child. Who I really think is that it's a mother figure that's just really going through a lot. I did mention that you have a message coming in. Some of you, this comes in the form of a call. For some of you, it's an email. You might get, it seems like some of you could be job hunting, job searching, and maybe this is a message about a job that comes through. I'll tell you this, if there's somewhere that you're trying to get on time, Scorpio, a cross watcher, leave a bit early. Something might have you turned around, or there's some sort of road closure. You have to go through a detour. Yeah, this is especially the case if you're going to talk to somebody. Like you're talking to somebody about a job. I would say it's about a house, but I'm like, are you really? I don't know. You got some good news coming in. There's something that you wanted. You got some good news coming in. Again, this is in the form of a message, something you've been waiting for. This could be, yes, that you got, this is the news that you got the house, because it looks like you're celebrating something, celebrating with people, celebrating with family. Something makes you feel very happy. Somebody is arriving this week. Maybe you're anticipating someone's arrival. Maybe someone's flight. You're picking somebody up at the airport, Scorpio. I said maybe you're in the gym these days. Maybe somebody's name is Jim. That's why you're watching somebody. Because you know they're up to something. You know they're doing things behind your back. That's why somebody's watching. Oh, don't do it, Scorpio. Don't do it. Scorpio, don't do it. I'm not saying, hear me clearly. I'm not promoting violence. I'm not saying that you should go to work and slap somebody. No. This might be where the gossip is. This might be where the attack and the betrayal is. And I say words were circulating. You find out about something, you're blindsided. This information gets back to you, and now you're reacting. This is at work or at home, or just maybe in public, possibly. You could possibly, this might be, my Scorpio. You get into it with a perfect stranger. I guess anything is possible. Seems like you're celebrating the birth. The birth, huh? Yeah, because I did see a pregnancy. The death of somebody that passed. Maybe somebody passed away all of a sudden, Scorpio. Maybe you were blindsided by somebody's passing. It does not have to be a person. It could definitely be a pet. Can I say birth? Was somebody born after somebody passed away? Especially a grandparent. Might be a child that was born maybe after a grandparent passed. Maybe there's a child that doesn't know their grandparent, or you feel maybe a child was gypped from knowing a grandparent. Something has you emotional. So if it does have something to do with somebody that passed, yeah. Especially if this is somebody whose life was taken from them, and you feel like that's the ultimate betrayal, is that you feel somebody's death was preventable and somebody else caused it. Seems like you're really hurt. Seems like you're very fixated on numbers. Maybe you're going to get your taxes done. You're looking over your financials. Maybe that might not be a bad thing, to figure out a budget that you feel that you can realistically stick to. But what it looks like to me is that you can't seem to keep money in your hands. It just seems like you have a lot going on. Some of you are single parents, obviously. And so you're kind of running to keep up with the pace, chasing paper. The momentum of something is going to pick up in a positive way, Scorpio. Pay no attention to the people. I mean, pay attention, yes, because you definitely want to know who's around you or who's around your loved ones. But just a little 2 cents I want to drop into your situation. Really care about what certain people have to say. Some of you might be carrying way too much. Some of these people don't matter. Some of these people you might not even see again in life. And your neighbors, like I said, if you're worried about what they think, because I hear that in my head, oh my God, what are the neighbors going to think? I told you, nobody's life is perfect. If somebody pulled back the veil on somebody else's life, on your neighbor's life, you would see that they have plenty of problems too. Nobody's life is perfect. That's what I mean. You're really fixated on something. You got a goal that you're trying to achieve. It seems overwhelming. It's the daily grind that has you kind of at a setback. Because I remember I was talking to you at the top of your reading. You wish that you could control things. Control your life, control things a bit better. You might feel like life is out of control. Yep, block out distractions. The people that are in the background of your reading, they're meant to be distractions. There's somebody that has this one-sided animosity thing. Maybe this is the animosity that you didn't cause. Maybe this is what has you so pissed off, Scorpio, and ready to go off. But like I said, somebody wants you to react. Somebody is probing you. They're provoking you, Scorpio. We talked about bullying. That's why he's trying to provoke you to the point that you react. But not that you just react verbally, but that you react physically. Because it looks like somebody in your life is opposing you. You might work a similar job as them, but they look at you as competition. Like I said, this one-sided animosity, it's a distraction. Pay no attention to the Three Stooges in the background. Cooperation instead of competition. Somebody sees you as competition, right? That's the envy situation. So remember, at the top of the reading, I was saying you work on socials. Maybe you don't. But somewhere, whatever it is that you do professionally, wherever it is that you make your money or receive your income from, I think some of you are on social media or whatever. You do something online. You do a podcast, or maybe that's an aspiration of yours. What does this say? Influencer wannabe. You got a copycat. Somebody is, that's where the deception is. That's what social media is. Monkey see, monkey do. They hear somebody else say something, they say it. They see somebody else do it, they want to replicate that, especially if this means money, greed, even if it means that somebody is deceiving someone. This looks like this is something that's going on in the background. Somebody's coming back. Somebody is moving back home. I think that's your ex. Maybe it's your kids. But yeah, this whole thing about cooperation instead of competition, what's yours is yours. No one can take it from you. There's no need to compete. As there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. It seems like somebody in the office didn't get the memo that day, Scorpio. This is somebody trying to cause conflict for you. And somebody, I think that this is you. This is somebody putting you down, talking about you. That's what I mean. This is a coworker. Unless maybe it's affecting your money. Maybe. Let me keep my personal opinions to myself. Somebody from the military is possibly contacting you. Maybe this is somebody from the military coming back from deployment. Oh, this is a veteran. Let's go ahead and close this up. Spirit guides, what is the advice for the Scorpio Nation for the next 7 days? Hey, melanated one. As soon as I part the deck. Opinions are the lowest form of knowledge. Don't be thrown off by other, Spirit says it too. It's not just me. Don't be thrown off by others' opinions. Simply say, I appreciate your input and do what intuitively feels right for you. Yeah, Spirit is saying that they're putting it politely, but really maybe what you want to do is tell somebody to F off because of their opinion. That's what I mean. Because something has you that emotional, that in your feelings. Spirit says, who cares about other people's opinions? The main opinion that matters the most is yours about yourself. What are you doing to better yourself? Where you're going to get to know yourself? That feels like that's the most important relationship the Spirit is causing you to really focus on. And not to say that you're shutting others out. We're talking about imbalance, but doing so with balance is what I'm trying to say. But knowing thyself is, and self-awareness, seems like this is something that's of utmost importance around this period of time. Focus on gratitude. Don't wait for a crisis to happen to be grateful for your life. Did some sort of crisis happen? Whether it was recent or not, somebody, it seems like that's relevant in some sort of way. Somebody passed and you're really thinking about that. Somebody a smoker, Scorpio. Today, focus on what you have to be thankful for. I think so. Set clear boundaries. Oh, that's interesting. Ask a dream for guidance. I was telling you, maybe you don't remember your dreams. Some of you, this is due to a spiritual attack, that your dreams are not remembered because it looks like your ancestors, your angels, they're trying to drop nuggets of knowledge into your psyche, your subconscious while you're sleeping. But it seems like somebody knows that and they're trying to interrupt that type of thing. Anyway, set clear boundaries. Empower yourself by setting limits, such as saying no to a request or socializing less. This kind of self-care creates more respectful, healthy relationships. I think that you might need some time to yourself to kind of clear your head. And so I think with that being the case, you might be setting boundaries. Dreams offer wisdom beyond logic. Tonight, ask yourself before bed. In the morning, write down a dream and look for the answer. You're looking for clarity. There's something you're looking for, how to clear something up and to make something a bit easier. Scorpio. Ask your angels before you go to bed. Your angels say, ask them for guidance. You're a water sign, yep. Some of you, this is a water sign to water sign relationship. You and your kid, you might have a water sign child, possibly. To remove stress, immerse yourself in a soothing bath. We talked about that, so here's the confirmation. Walk near a body of water or gently splash water on your face. This is your spirit guides talking to you about getting grounded. Since you are a water sign, you might be soothing yourself with your own element. Yep, we talked about that. Restore yourself with alone time. Confirmation. Take a break from the busy world. Replenish yourself in stillness. Meditate, stretch, nap, garden, do whatever quiet activity your spirit yearns for. Spirit is saying you gotta take care of yourself, Scorpio. Seems like you're very concerned for other people, as you should be. There's nothing wrong with that. That's something that's very noble about you. But you gotta make sure that you're good too, so that you can continue to be that light to other people. With that, Scorpio Nation, this concludes your 7-day forecast with angelic ascensions. If you'd like to book a reading, you can do so by heading to my website, which happens to be angelicascensionstarot.com, or by staying tuned for the paid live, which begins directly after the Scorpio reading. Thank you, Scorpio Nation, for deciding to tune in with me. Have a blessed, productive, and beautiful week, Scorpios and Cross Watcher.